You want to hear something really nasty? Actually, if talk about rodents is not your jam, look down at the chapters and skip this completely. I feel like we're having a mukbang. Do you remember the mukbang days when mukbangs were like a thing? Okay. Last summer, we had a little problem in the backyard with earwigs. We had dahlias back there, and earwigs love dahlias. So we had a little issue with the earwigs decimating our entire garden. But that wasn't as bad as it was in the fall when we had a mouse. It was probably many mice, but it wasn't like an infestation. It was just a little problem. This summer, we have a whole different issue. We have a literal infestation of rats. Luckily, they're not in the house. They're under the porch. They're under the porch next door. They're in the wood pile. They've dug holes in the backyard. They've just infested our entire back. Like, we have a beautiful, enormous, big backyard. Like, enormous for Boston standards. It's like a little urban forest back there. It's beautiful. It just happens to also be infested by rats. I mentioned the wood pile. There is a wood pile in the back. We are going to get rid of that. Like, the wood pile is not where they usually are. They have dug under bushes. Like, I'll show you, there's one out in the front. There's like a literal tunnel that they dug in the bushes in the front. The place next door, though, it's like Rat Hotel over there. Rat City. And like the garden that we have in the back, they've like dug into that. But the garden is not a food source for them. None of our produce has grown. Their main food source is the dumpsters in the apartment complex a couple doors down. It is just so disgusting. Because they're big, you know? They're big and they squeak. At least the mice were like small. But the rats, dude, we've told our landlord that there are rats back there. Nothing happened. So we called the city inspector. The inspector came over in the afternoon, went in the back, and was like audibly impressed and disgusted by the amount of rats that were back there. It affects more than 3 houses. Like it affects like everybody living. It's not just us. Like there's a bird bath next door that has to go because it's like sitting on the ground. So that's the water source. We are the shelter, and the food source is next door in the dumpsters. So the solution to this whole thing is that an exterminator is gonna come. And before you come at me with, oh, just spray peppermint oil, it's a deterrent. These aren't just any rats. These are Boston rats. I'm pretty sure they drink peppermint oil for breakfast. We've tried everything. But also there's so many of them now that it's basically a public health hazard. I'm so skeeved out. I'm gonna go for a walk. You can actually see all the crap in the air. Those are like little seed pods flying around. Little fuzzy things that get stuck everywhere. And that's just the stuff you can see. But there is pollen raining down from the trees and infiltrating my eyeballs and nasal passages. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Beautiful day for a neighbor. Was that a cough or a sneeze? I don't know. Allergies. This actually looks like a little magical witch's forest. That is cute. This is deceivingly steep. Is there a way around? It looks kind of buggy. Sometimes when I'm on the woods in a trail, I pretend like I'm UltraTrailSteven, just like running around, like, oh yeah, we're trail running at Frozen Head. Ow, my ankle, I've rolled it. Steven, I'm not making fun of you. I actually really love your channel. And if you don't know who I'm talking about, UltraTrailSteven, his channel's in the description. It's all in good fun. Let's have a little chat, shall we? The step challenge started June 1st. And I know that it's all about challenging yourself to get as many steps as possible with like the goal. Like my goal was 10K. Guess what? It's like June 8th and I haven't gotten over 10K. I'm lucky if I get over 7K. So, like shush. Am I in the woods or like what's going on here? The past couple months I've really been slacking in fitness because I've been focusing so much on music, and like I'm all about finding balance and a healthy life, work, fitness, clarinet balance, and I just haven't been doing that. Like I had the whole afternoon off a couple days ago and I plopped on the couch and took like a 5-hour nap. But this past week, I actually took meal prepping seriously. I've been eating so much healthier. I think I had a fruit for the first time ever. I had a fruit for like the first time in months, and it felt amazing. Because like the produce here in winter just blows. I ate like a whole carton of blueberries the other day and then pooped a lot. My poop was blue. I'm just kidding. I'm finally taking this seriously because like it's not just something where you like make a habit and then like all of a sudden it's there. Like you actually have to work at it really, really hard sometimes, especially when you don't feel like doing it, or especially when you have like so much to do that like you just have to like make time for it. And like I was really good about getting it over the winter and like working out over the winter, and like at this time during the winter, it's like dark out by now. So I'm like trying to be thankful that I can be out in the woods in the summer. I want to like spend time in nature. Like if I'm gonna spend time in nature, like this is the time to do it. And I've been totally slacking on that, and I feel really bad about it. But it's never too late to get outside, and I just have to remember that. Even though my allergies are kicking my ass. Guys, the turkeys. There's 3 of them. Found another one. Are huge. Look how big these leaves are. What? It's like the Little Shop of Horrors over here. Food moon.